no, I'm Dan.
Hi, I'm Graham, and together we are the Woolly Cod Wanderers.
Hello everybody. Well, guess what? Our windows are finally done. And we'll show you how we put it together.
We've got the leatherette piece in and around there, and we've also, that's the little piece now I've cut to go on the bottom rail, and we've got that rail done there and this rail done here. As you see, it goes, I managed to get that one to go on okay. It sticks all the way around there. Then we've got the little piece for the bottom of there, and then we've got that corner done there. I've then got these pieces pre-cut now, and these are for the top. But when it comes to the top, as I say, instead of it having just this zig, we're going to look at turning this over so that then it goes like that with the other leatherette underneath it. So that's why I did them yesterday and left them to make sure that they're dried out before I attempt to put these last finishing pieces on. Oh, by the way, the little cupboard there, the little shelf, do you remember me saying about fixing this piece of wood? Well, it's been fixed, and I've curved it round onto there. So now it just needs to be Osmo oiled. But as you say, the jars all come out okay. And you say, try that one, make sure that comes out. Yeah. So as I say, now when we're out and about, we don't have to worry about taking them down and putting them away every time. They can always just stay where they are up there. So they're always handy. There's window frame finished off now, so leatheretted the sides, along the top, down there, along the front. So we just need that to dry out, leave it overnight to dry out. So there's that one done, and we've also got that one done. So we need to leave them to dry. Then tomorrow what I need to look at is getting some solvent and just going around giving it a wipe with a damp cloth with a bit of solvent on, make sure there's no glue anywhere on the frames, and also especially along this wooden lip of the shelf in there, in case we've got a little bit of glue. So that's the next thing to do. Then once that's done, we can then look at putting the window trims back round. So we have to leave that now to dry out. So in the meantime, the bathroom door, now on here, as you can see, the panels that are on, where the panels meet, see if we can get in there, see there's like this little bit of a gap going up, and it doesn't look that brilliant. So what we're going to look at doing now is, I've got this, which is a little bit of beading trim type of finish, so we're going to mitre that all into these areas. So we're going to have that mitred round all the way around with that beading, the same with the bottom section. Then glue it into place, leave it to dry, and once that's dried, then obviously paint it the same colour of the door. Well, there we are. We've got the window trim put round, and I've cleaned all the leatherette, and also gone along this ledge here with a solution to make sure there was no glue on there. So we've got both of those done now. The only thing is, don't know if you can see it, I'll come in closer. See this little bit here? When I've fitted this trim on properly, because the firm that did it, there was a small gap, so I've had to put a bit of gaffer tape, black gaffer tape, just to cover where the grey bit was, because these two bits fell slightly short. So I'll have to look, see if I can get just a little fraction bit of that for there, and also for this one here, it's the same scenario. So if anyone's got a piece, a little bit of it left over from when they've been doing windows or anything, you know, please give us a shout. I'll buy it off you. It's just, I need what, say 4-inch maximum piece of it. If not, I'm going to see if I can get some from the shop, but I don't know if you can get it that small. But that's that done now. So the next job is to measure and put the long piece of tongue and groove along the top, and then mark where I need to shape it to come down for the windows on there, and also in that far corner. So that's the next job. Got the tongue and groove up and done around there, bring it back down to there, and then up the other side and around to this corner here. So there is the tongue and groove done now, to complete that part of the windows. So my next job is, you see this spotlight here? When I originally put that in, I'd made a rather large hole and I struggled to get the screws in, but they're in the wrong position. I need to move them. So what I'm looking at doing is bringing them a bit further forward this way, but then that means I'm going to have a hole in my plyboard base. So what I've done is I've cut these little discs. So the idea is, where those original holes were, these will go on, put a bit of glue around, stick it up when it dries out, and then just paint it. Not the ideal scenario, but it is what it is. And this one is, I don't know if you remember, absolutely ages ago, this wire had broke off, the live wire off there. So I've had a go at soldering, but I did this before I watched Dave's video on how to solder. But if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and we may have to look at buying a new one. So that needs to be wired in. So there's where that one belongs. So what we're going to do is drill another hole about here, but a smaller one, so that it's easier to screw the light to, and then obviously push these wires back in, bring them this way and through there, and then put that cap on there. So that's the next job to do now. Right, well, I've relocated those lights, and they're working okay there. That's obviously the hole with that covers to go over. However, the one down this end, which is the one that we tried to salvage, which had been smashed, it comes on, but the switch is not clicking over. So last night I ordered one on Amazon, and it's come today, so we'll switch them over to make sure the switch works on it. Yeah, switch is working fine. Right, so swap that one over is the next thing to do. Right, so I've put the trim on round the doors. There we go. So now just need to leave that to dry and then paint it to the same colour as the door. And that's another job done. Got our little discs cut. They're now glued, just waiting for the glue to go off. Then it just needs touching up round the outside edge of the little cap cover there. So that's that one done. And then as we come along here to this end, there's the other one, and the cap's done and in place, and the new lights in, and that's working. So finally got the 2 spots on. Oh, and the the bathroom door, the paneling, the panel edging that I put round there now is all being painted, and makes the door look a bit more finished. So that's that one. So that's the windows finally done. And if you remember when we were doing the windows and I was showing you this door and we're putting the railing on, not the railing, the beading on,
Well, we've now put a little, is it acrylic, Jane?
I don't know. It might be.
Well, it's something, but it's not glass. We've still got it to peel off, but Jane's going to do a little handiwork with a little rope design around it to give it more of a finished look. So we've done that. And the next thing now to do is the door. So I've got a few ideas about the door. So we're going to look at doing that. These window frames, the tongue and groove needs to be Osmo oiled, but I'm not doing that until I've had a play with the slidey door, because there's some work on that and I want to get all the mucky work out, all thoroughly clean through before I Osmo. So that's the plan. So until next time, bye for now.